All right, well, he's been there before, but he hasn't done that. This lightweight contender worked exceedingly hard to get back to a championship setting, and this may be his last title shot if he doesn't get the win tonight.
Yeah, you can't not get there twice. When you're there, you gotta win one, or you don't get the opportunity again. This guy put his head down and went right back to work from the moment he heard and still. He said that at some point, we would put the belt around his waist. He would put in the work. He would prepare. He's back here now, John, and he intends to be the champion.
And when you suffer a setback, there are two ways to go. And this man went on the right trajectory. Really good to see him get back here, and now we find out if he's got the goods to be a champion. All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proven ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov steps inside the octagon. He looks ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Ilia Topuria. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. Oh, beautiful technique on that straight punch. Well, you don't want to say Khabib has fallen in love with his striking, but he certainly is boxing more than he did early on in his UFC career. Now we'll see if he can follow it. And there's the double leg takedown. Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. Well, he's on his back, but he's landing. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the ground, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking very bad.
And mixes in a takedown. Why not? Oh, looks like he's going for an armbar here. How tight is that?
What a tight armbar. He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, late round action here. Khabib Nurmagomedov continuing to dominate the action. Beautiful transitions, and I'm not sure anybody mixes their wrestling and their grappling as well as this guy.
I mean, he's just so tough. He's willing to go through the fire in order to get the fight to the ground. He's been able to do that. He is one of the strongest fighters I have ever grappled with. The guy has tremendous strength, but it's not just the strength, it's the technical skills on the ground that has allowed for him to separate himself from the rest of the lightweight division.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
Great submission defense.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Topuria. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Final seconds. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Second round, straight ahead. All right, so the round is over. Certainly stunned his opponent in that round. We'll see if he can follow up here after 60 seconds.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job of finding a shot that really did affect the equilibrium of his opponent. Now he needs to go back and find the attack that's going to shut the lights off.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Oh, beautiful hook. All right, different round, but same approach out of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I'm not sure if there is an injury, but his ground game is so strong, he hasn't made any effort to take the fight there.
I don't understand when you possess that skill, when you're so good on the ground, he's so strong in positions, he does such a great job of finding submissions. I don't know why he wouldn't spin the vast majority of the fight there. Tonight he is fighting a very confusing style of fight, and I just don't get it.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Getting them out here. Nice shot there by the champ.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one.
He's got to be careful here. He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking. What a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Big shots here.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Less than a minute now to go in round two.
Scramble, scramble, scramble.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Final seconds here. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Nurmagomedov. Round 3 next.
Change up your strengths. The boxing looks great. The kickboxing down low looks awesome. And that head kick, that's the one.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight, beautifully placed there by Ilia Topuria.
End of the clinch. Now let's see.
Oh, ankle pick to get this fight down. Right hand is there over the top. And another one. Oh! Oh, he might get finished here.
He's going to guillotine. That guillotine choke is getting tight, but you can't just squeeze. You got to get your hips into your opponent if you want him to tap.
Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the bottom flute choke will be there.
He's up. What submission defense on display.
Some more, guys.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours. That was a slick transition.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Nurmagomedov, ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. A lot of top pressure being applied here. 90 seconds to go now.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Nurmagomedov is able to transition back to side control now.
Big right hook there by the champ. Beautiful ground and pound. And now he's got his opponent cut.
Lands the ground and pound strike here.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him. This is a terrible position.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it's got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the stage.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish, and he used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, so here we go. Fourth round is underway. What is the fighter's mentality when you enter? Picture-perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Nurmagomedov. Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tapped.
It's starting to get really tight in there. Working very hard to get this arm bars. Close to the finish, he's got to extend the arm to get in the tap.
Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Good work from the top here by Nurmagomedov.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Less than 2 minutes now to go.
Once he got him cut, he recognized where he needs to be throwing these shots, and once again, he lands right on that cut.
A series of punches from the top here by Nurmagomedov.
Great ground and pound by this man. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Well, the body work starting to take its toll. Look at the redness starting to appear on his left side. Oh, he's staying busy here, connecting with a barrage of punches. All right, so the referee has called a halt to the action here, likely to have the doctor come in and look at the swelling around that eye. Not good, DC.
You cannot allow these fighters to dictate and determine whether or not they can go. When you have this type of swelling, you got to take a close look to see if the guy can compete.
And it looks as though he is going to allow the fighter to continue. So a nice pop from the crowd as that decision is made. He's got to go for it now, though.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so the ref will get the action back underway after that brief health and safety check. And to no one's surprise, the fans support the decision for the action to continue.
Absolutely. I mean, this official decided you can go. Even though at times the fighter may question whether or not he can do it, we have very smart ringside officials that make a determination. The determination is, get your butt out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
And we have a very smart fighter who is going to have to start protecting that injury to prevent it from getting any worse.
You're mixing it up perfectly. I love what you're doing with your kicks. Keep those going. He's slowing down.
All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Fifth and final round. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost. Huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Nurmagomedov. Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert. It's tight. It's tight.
Oh, favoring position over submission.
Very smart decision. You never want to value the submission over keeping dominant position.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Topuria. Oh, these are some serious punches from the top here. He's continuing to maintain good posture and making these strikes count.
He's doing a really good job of watching, putting up here, making his punches count while not putting himself in danger.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward. You got to be careful here.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, scramble, get up.
1 minute to go in the fight.
Comes on.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back, up on an elbow,
right.
And you'll be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the back.
Back and forth action right until the final horn. That one's gonna hold up in the fight of the year conversation. The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has
rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so judges' scorecards needed. Not often the case when Khabib Nurmagomedov competes, but he gets it done by decision and keeps that O in the loss column.
And if you want to win a decision, you want it to look like this. You want it to look dominant. He looked dominant tonight in all areas of mixed martial arts. There is no question who's going to get their hand raised tonight.